Good morning, my beautiful friends. I hope you're all well, happy and healthy. My word of today is neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity. So the masters that I undertook was a science-based masters, and everything that I share with you is from a science background. It's not kind of something that I've just plucked from a self-help book. It's stuff that's been researched thoroughly, peer-reviewed, and it's from psychologists and top scientists. And one of the scientists that I really like is Eric Kandel. He won the Nobel Prize for Medicine around his work about neuroplasticity. And he talks about that years and years ago we thought that we couldn't learn new things, but it's been shown now that we can, and that we can, at any age, we can keep on growing and learning new ways of being. And he talks about the neurons firing up, and when we try something new, a new emotion, a new way of being, a new action, that they fire up and they make new pathways. And I think that's really interesting, because sometimes when we think that we can't learn to love ourselves, or we can't stop being angry, or that we've got low self-esteem, science has shown that we can actually learn a new way of being. And I love the idea of like a forest. I always talk to my clients about a forest, and we have pathways of going through this forest to anger, to low self-esteem, to depression, to anxiety, really quickly, because that's a path that we've walked very, very easily. And when we try something new, when we try being kind to ourselves, or having compassion, or being gentle, or being patient, sometimes this other pathway is filled with branches and trees and stumps. And sometimes we trip, and it's difficult to get through. But of course, the more we do that, the more that pathway becomes easier. And so our first response, rather than anger or fear or depression or anxiety, can become compassion, love, kindness and gentleness. And I kind of really like to imagine my brain as this pathway, as this beautiful forest. And at some point, I have a choice which pathway to take. And sometimes it's easier to go here. It might not be here, it might be here, it might be here. Sometimes it might be easier to go here, but if I can stop, pause and think, then I can choose another pathway. So it's just about giving a little bit of help, and it'd be really interesting if you look into the neuroscience of neuroplasticity and the work of Eric Kandel, because it just gives hope and it just gives a new way of being. Have a lovely, lovely day, my gorgeous friends. Thank you. These are my birthday flowers. Aren't they beautiful? Thank you, guys.